All with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing from Santa Fe, New Mexico, weighing 304 pounds, King Kong Brody. And from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 252 pounds, Bill Nixon. Referee Chuck Riley.
King Kong Brody was bellowing as he came down the steps from the dressing room for his match with Bill Nixon. And what a tough way to make a St. Louis debut for Bill Nixon against King Kong Brody. Nixon comes in around 250 pounds, and he's giving away some 50 pounds to Brody. Got Mickey Garagiola yelling in fear, I think. Boy, that's an awesome sight when King Kong Brody comes at you. Good, quick move, dropping the leg and putting Nixon on the mat. Brody twisting the leg of Bill Nixon. This man is one phenomenal athlete, King Kong Brody, 6'6", about 304 pounds. Bench presses over 500 pounds, squats with 700 pounds, and yet still can do drop kicks. Actually, Brody broke cleanly. Of course, Chuck Riley, the referee, made sure he got in between Brody and Nixon. Controlling King Kong Brody is a very difficult task. Brody counters with an armbar, and Brody trips Nixon. Don't kid yourself. He may be a little wild, even a little crazy sometimes, but Brody can wrestle. Not using muscle right there, just good wrestling, tripping down Nixon. King Kong Brody with an armbar on Bill Nixon. I wonder if he'll be able to put Andre the Giant on the mat like that. As big as Brody is, he'll give away 11 inches, 170 pounds when he steps in the ring against Andre the Giant. But Brody demanded the match with Andre. He absolutely demanded it.
I tell you, Andre the Giant better be ready when he throws that drop kick, because this guy can really throw it at you. There's a lot of weight coming at you.
Brody with a flying mare. And a stomp to the head of Nixon. Another kick to the head of Bill Nixon by King Kong Brody, who then pulls and twists the head of Nixon. Brody is upset about what has been happening in St. Louis. He points out he's beaten Jack Briscoe, he's beaten Pat O'Connor, he's beaten Ox Baker, he's beaten Ted DiBiase, and still he can't seem to get another match with the world heavyweight champion Harley Race. That is why Brody demanded the showdown with Andre. He says, I will prove myself against the biggest, the strongest of them all. That's why Brody wanted, and that's why Brody has Andre the Giant. One-on-one, head-to-head. Brody puts Nixon in the corner. Chuck Riley trying to get Brody back. Brody pounds on the head of Nixon with that forearm, driving the forearm across the skull of Nixon. Brody pounding on Nixon. Brody yanks Nixon out of that corner and whips him across the ring, manhandling a 250-pounder. Brody with a forearm to the rib cage. Brody pulls Nixon's head forward into a front face lock. Is it a strangle? It's hard to tell, just to get around the big burly arms of Brody to find out if the throat is clear. Brody just turns Nixon around easily. And then Brody clubs Nixon again. What an awesome, frightening sight is King Kong Brody when he's on the rampage. Nixon is clubbed to the mat by Brody. Brody with a kick to the jaw. Another kick to the head by King Kong Brody. So far, he's running roughshod over Bill Nixon. Oh, one arm body slam by Brody. He really lifted him with just one arm and slammed Bill Nixon. Brody stalks the ring as Nixon tries to get his breath back after that body slam. Kick to the head by Brody, dishing out the punishment. Almost nobody can produce mayhem like King Kong Brody. The question is, how will Andre the Giant stand up against it? Brody with a kick to the stomach levels Nixon. It's all King Kong Brody right now. The forearm smash across the top of the head again. Nixon throws a smash against Brody. Brody just stands there. Nixon hits Brody again, and Brody just takes those forearm smashes. Look at Brody. Nixon not quite too sure what to make of it. Brody gouges the eyes. Flying mare by King Kong. Flying knee drop by Brody.
5 minutes have elapsed, 15 minutes left.
Oh, Brody could have pinned him. Brody could have pinned him, but he just wasn't satisfied. He wanted to dish out more punishment yet to Bill Nixon. This Brody is something else. He's as big and strong and mean as anyone who has ever stepped inside a St. Louis ring. Brody clouts Nixon. Brody again lifts Nixon, has him up 6.5 foot in the air and slams him. Brody poises, leaps to the air and crushes Nixon. The giant knee drop by King Kong Brody, and King Kong Brody absolutely overwhelms, crushes, dismantles Bill Nixon. Brody, the man who can try those tactics against Andre the Giant. King Kong Brody, the winner. Here's Mickey.
In 5 minutes and 46 seconds, when he dropped the winner, King Kong Brody.